Wait, don't click off yet. YouTube Video Making 101. Always grab the audience's attention in the first 5 seconds. And did I do that? I think I can safely say, probably. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be making a Marvel Rivals tier list. I have way too much time on the game. It's been really detrimental to my mental health. But I do know what I'm talking about. So feel free to look at the Chameleon if you want to look it up. No spaces. So it's embarrassing, but I at least know what I'm talking about when it comes to the game. So let's give it a look here. All right, so I just looked this tier list up on the internet because I don't know how to make one, and I don't care enough about it to learn how to make one. So let's just start off with Hulk here. Hulk is really freaking good. He is definitely SRA tier. If you're bad with him, you're bad. Give up or go into quick match to learn him. Don't be learning this guy in comp because you will cost everyone some elo if you're trying to learn him for the first time. And if you do that, I hate you, and no one in your family or in game likes you. So let's look at Doctor Strange here. Definitely S tier. Since season 0, he has been the best tank by far. Everyone else has some stuff to offer, but the way he can counter everything, almost everything in the book with a good Strange, the damage output is insane for a tank, rivaled by Thor, but in terms of consistent damage, I know you can get a lot. Like, don't get in the comments and tell me that Magneto can get a bunch. I know. I'm saying consistently, Strange has the most consistent damage and damage blocked from what I've seen. Captain America, this one's tough. I got him to Lord. He is a ton of fun to play. And most people I see play him are actually fairly decent at him. There's a few people that hop on him and make me question why I even touch Marvel Rivals, unless I have a full stack, which I never do. But the more and more people have learned how to play him consistently, but I'm going to put him at B. Because he is good. His survivability, I would say, is the best out of any tank. Because that mobility and everything, but once you get in higher lobbies where people are hitting more of their shots, it's kind of dependent on you to have a Thor. Because the damage output for Cap it's not it, bro. Now Groot here. This is a tough one. I'd say S. But I think he has a higher. He's the easiest to like stat boost and get a bunch of damage and get a bunch of damage blocked. Just put a wall up and then you get like 500,000 damage blocked in the game, and then they just start gloating about it as if they did anything, but they just like it's the easiest stuff to get. It's so easy to get damage blocked as a Groot, especially with how quick the cooldown time is for his walls. It's insane. But if you can get the walls placed well, and that kind of Groot is nasty. It's the worst to go against a good Groot who has well-placed walls and knows how to use the utility. It actually, I'm pretty sure in one of the games where I faced a good Groot like that, I did contract AIDS and herpes in my ball sack. Venom. Ooh. Venom. I'm going to put him in A. Only because his ult could be better. I know it got buffed, but it still could be better. I don't know, actually. No, his ult's really good. Because if you use it to survive, he has some of the most insane survivability in terms of just like tanking damage. I don't think he's beat by any of the other tanks. And he's got really good mobility as well if you know how to use that. I think he's still S, but I don't think he's a 1-star difficulty like the game says he is. I think he's at least 3 or 4, maybe 5 to do really well with him. Because I've had my fair share of Venoms that are absolute donkey snart. Magneto. I'm sorry. Nah. Nah, he's S, bro. Nah, he's S. Venom's A. Venom's really good, but I mean, he's only good for diving. That's all he's good for, and he's also a really good touching tank to where you can get on the point, touch, give a little bit more time so you can get into overtime and maybe win the game. But oh, let's forget that happened. But yeah, Magneto, his bubble keeps people alive. His shield, it can't be broken. It is sheerly just a timer. Nothing can break it. That's insane. It can tank a Scarlet Witch ult. It can tank a Iron Man ult. It can tank any kind of ult in the game. You can block it with that and then still have some shield for boot. So I'm going to put him in there. He's A. His ult is terrible. His ult's really freaking bad. Nah, he's B. His ult is just so bad. It doesn't contribute to anything. They buffed it, and I love the buff. It was very needed in season 0. It literally was worthless. Not even just being exaggeratory. It was actually worthless. And now it will do damage, maybe get them off point for a little bit. But if anyone has any awareness or any mobility, they're out of it, and you wasted an ult. That's all. And then they just go back on point because it'll maybe take a few seconds to recuperate. What a freaking joke of an ult. He does a lot of damage though, but you have to have. It's reliant on him having good healers to survive. The extra bit of shield that he gets with his hammer activations, it doesn't do enough. It doesn't keep him alive long enough as, say, Venom or something. But I mean, he's still viable. All of these tanks, I think every tank is viable. But yeah, and Penny, she's in C. She's a C tier. She's a C tier tank. Where she shines the most. I'll start with the pros. She is good on defense. Against more newbie lobbies. But she's good on defense. I'll give that to her. And on domination, she's all right. But if the team attacking or the team against a Penny has any sort of awareness at all, her bombs will be dodged. I literally always just walk in and then just walk back out, and then there go all her bombs. They don't do any damage. And then her nest, if there's anybody who's even remotely competent on the team attacking, well, they'll just prioritize destroying that, and then her nest is gone for a long time, really long time. Her ult is, I mean, if you guys target her and there's no healers, or you can have someone distracting the healers, if the healers are doing anything, she's so killable. She just runs in a straight line. She's so killable. So yeah, I mean, just a mid character. Like super mid, to be honest. If I'm just being honest with you guys, she's super mid. The Punisher. This is a tough one. His ult is insane. He can't be CC'd. He doesn't have any extra health, which is good. I don't think he needs it, but that is a weakness for it. But it does 800. It can do 800 damage per second or something crazy. I don't know. I think he's a really good counter to Iron Man, even to close range diving characters. He's got the shotgun. He has too much. He's got too much, and he's got mobility. I'm not good with Punisher, but people who are nasty with the zip line and nasty with his smoke bomb and the movement, it it's really good. He's a really good character. Storm. Wow. Talk about turning the tables, bro. She was absolute fart in the beginning, but now she is so busted, bro. I want to say S tier, but the only issue is she's still a flying character, and if they have any sort of hit scan or anything like that, or even a Hawkeye that can get closer and hit his shots, I'm gonna say A just because of that. I understand. Behind the in the right hands, she could totally be S tier, and her ult is really good. But once you go against a team that knows how to counter her ult and knows how to shut her down and do all that kind of stuff, um, it's it's not fun to fight her. But it's doable. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna shut up about Storm now. Hawkeye, another Lord level character I have. Um, that was in season 0 though. Trying him now, he's still good, but how close you have to get up to like even do any damage or get those one taps, he's not the same, bro. I'm glad they nerfed him. He was really annoying, but he's just not. Mm. And just because of his lack of survivability, you can hit the deflex and all that, but like, come on, let's be real here. Most of us aren't doing that consistently. And he has a double jump. That's good. What's that gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Hella is still freaking busted. I if I didn't hear or like read that she was getting nerfed, I would have had no idea that she's any different. She's still so busted. Her ult is still insane. Her damage is still insane. Like she needs to be nerfed more, bro. She can two tap to the head. She just does so much damage. Her team up with Hulk and Loki is busted. It's insane, bro. I don't know what they were thinking with having such a terrible, terrible nerf. Black Panther, just because of his recent nerf, I don't think he's S tier anymore. But with the movement, a bad support will always die to them. It's rough going against a Black Panther, but now that he doesn't get as much health back, he's way more killable. And once you deal with him, okay. So if I do that again, I want you guys to just give a thumbs down on the video. Thanks. Unbelievable. Magic. She's so like she's got some good combos, and her survivability with that extra bit of additional health that she has is okay. But I mean, it's just, I don't know. Anecdotally, every magic on my team, literally, you know, I'm not even gonna say it. They suck. They're really bad. That's what I was gonna just kind of get to the gist of. But yeah, they're really bad 99% of the time. And when I go against a magic, if I'm playing a character that isn't an advantage against her, I just swap characters, and then she's dead. That's all there is to it. Moon Knight, as of right now, he is S tier. His damage is insane, and I believe I don't know if it's still bugged, but it feels bugged. His ult does way too much damage. I like that his ult has an indicator if someone's holding their hand up. And it's also just safe to assume he always has his ult because he builds his ult quicker than anybody in the entire game. I don't know why I'm looking over here. I should look at the freaking camera, but yeah, his ult is insane. Actually, I'm gonna put him A tier just because onks in higher lobbies are not hard to deal with. Just shoot them. Just shoot them, and then they're gone. And his ult is very avoidable, and you don't have to die. Almost everyone on this team has an ability to get out of the ult before it kills them, other than maybe Hawkeye and maybe Storm, but she can fly up. And she can also boost out of it if she's aware of what's going on. Squirrel Girl, oh boy. This is... If you main Squirrel Girl, I just want to start off by saying, if you main Squirrel Girl, you deserve to be locked up for the rest of your life. No visitation allowed. You are the worst scum of the earth that I have ever had the displeasure of sharing air with. I hate every single one of you, and I wish bad juju on you for the rest of your life. Unless you're on my team, in which case, thumbs up. But, dude, her ult, you can kill it, but it's so stupid now. It does so much damage. If it's well placed, and if it's in a good spot, it doesn't matter if I hit it directly multiple times. Why do I keep looking over here? Sorry, guys. I'm just out of it right now. But if it's well placed, it just kills you so fast. It kills you faster than you can kill it. It's so stupid. I hate this girl, and I hate her all. And all you have to do with your base attack is doosh, 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 doosh. There's 500,000 damage off rip, bro. Doosh, doosh, doosh. Another 1,000. Doosh, doosh, doosh. Another 1,000. Another 1,000. It's so stupid, bro. I hate Squirrel Girl. I hate Squirrel Girl. But in terms of how good she is, let's go ahead and put her... I'm going to put her in A tier. You might be like, wow, bro, you crashed out that much over an A-tier character? I did. And what about it? The frick off my video if you don't want to hear what I have to say. Scarlet Witch. Let's go ahead and put her in... Let's go ahead and put her in C tier. Yeah, I'm feeling C tier right now. And that's because you just might as well play Hela. If you want an insane character with a lot of finishing capabilities, that's hit scan. You can just go Hela. She'll do less damage in her base attack. I'm not picking my nose, by the way. I have an itch. It won't go away. I promise, on my mama. On my mama, I'm not picking my nose. I do that off cam. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, Hela just has way more in her kit. She can escape more. She's just better. She's just better than Black Widow. Sorry about it. She's good. Like, with a good Black Widow on your team, it's nice. It's nice to have. But unfortunately, in my experience, I've only had one, and I have way too much time on this game. Again, just way too much time. Iron Man. I'm going to say A tier, just because he's completely dependent on the Hulk combo. If you have a Hulk, he's S tier. But if you don't, you can totally deal with him. He still can be really good. But if you have a Hulk, he is insanely good. And it's also the same issue with Storm. He's flying, so first of all, that makes less skilled healers. It makes it so if you have less skilled healers on your team, your survivability is not great. Yeah, I mean, sorry about it. Spider-Man. I think he's B tier. Just because once you get a little higher and you learn how to deal with him, he's not much of an issue, but he's the cheesiest character. No, I take that back. Squirrel Girl. Still the cheesiest character. But he's got some cheese to him. He kind of stinks a little bit. He's a little stanky if you're good with him. And that's about it. I mean, Scarlet Witch, she's annoying. I'm going to put her in B tier as well. She's annoying, but she's not that hard to deal with. I never see a Scarlet Witch and just start crapping and creaming in my pants. Like, I don't know what. If anyone struggles with her, it's probably a skill issue. I hate to say it. Bucky, A tier. He's really, really good. I also have him, Lord. I love this guy so much. But he is. Wow. The only issue is his mobility is absolutely abysmal. I would rather play Mantis, who's a good character, by the way. I just hate playing her. So let's start a counter. Actually, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not doing that. But I need to stop cracking. Winter Soldier, he's pretty good. He's really good. His ult isn't extremely good if it's well placed and your team has the synergy. You have to have a team that will push with you in the higher lobbies. If you're going against a good team, you need your team to come and help you finish people off. Otherwise, you're just going to hit your ult and then waste it, and then you got to get it back up again. It's extremely pretentious when you don't have a team with gonads in between their legs to push with you. Like, just do it. We have the head up at that point. We have the head up if I am ulting. They are on the retreat. They are trying to either kill me or they are trying to recuperate and heal. Or just not get killed by me. But if we push and then there's multiple people, they'll still focus me, but at least if I have healers behind me, they can try their best to heal me. And if we have damage, putting damage out, then they're going to be able to focus on me less. It's really reliant on the team being good. Same with the hook. If you hook someone in and then no one does anything about it, it's just like, what's the point of having a Bucky? What's the point of me hooking them in if they just get away because none of the DPS are shooting at him? It's insane. One of the worst parts about playing Bucky, but that's why he's A and not S, just because it's reliant on a good team. Which I forgot to mention with Punisher and Winter Soldier as well. The Rocket team up ability, really good. But if you're a Rocket, why don't you put it down? 90% of the Rockets I play with just don't put it down. It's kind of crazy. Star-Lord. His ult's good. But it can be countered by almost any other supportive ultimate other than Rockets, which I'll get to that thing in a second. God. I'll put him at B. I'll put him at B because he's good, but he doesn't have a lot of finishing capabilities. He's not very good at finishing. He's good for chasing. He's good for applying pressure, but the damage he does can be out-healed by almost any healer in the game other than... No. Yeah, pretty much any healer in the game, if it's just Star-Lord. His ult, though, is really good. Well, it's pretty darn good. Wow. Yeah, no. B's a good place for him. Namor. Man, I love this guy. Another Lord level character. He is... I know. I already said I have too much time on the game. Don't mention it in the comments. Go ahead and don't mention that in the comments for me, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks. Yeah, he is such a good flank counter. He not only is he really good at dealing with flanks, his finishing capabilities are so good. He's easy to use for less skilled players because you can put the squids down, and if you're not super high skill, your enemies probably won't be super high skill most of the time. And then there's a flanker, and you just get to put your squids down, and it'll finish them off if they're low and you don't have the confidence in your shots. Especially with the Luna team up. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh, I'm about to turn my seat into a goon throne. Just thinking about it. But yeah, no, he's really good. And the fact with his bubble and all that, you can shield up and nothing can kill you or even hit you. And if you have it to where you hold it, you can just tap it, and then you can completely deflect Iron Man ult, Scarlet Witch ult, any ult in the entire game if you time it right. It's perfect. It is the perfect defensive move for a DPS. He's really good character. He was really good pre-buff, and they just buffed him because why not? So, good character, really good. So, that's enough out of me, though. Psylocke. I don't have a lot of time on Psylocke, and by that I mean I've no time on Psylocke. But she's a menace, and she's got a really good finishing combo for, what, squishies? Oh, yeah. She's got a really good one-hit combo for squishies. She's just a really good character. Her ult in lower lobbies is insane. In higher lobbies, it's still quite good. It at least applies pressure. And if you decide to use it on like 2 people to finish them, it's good. There's a lot of counters to it, though. Put a Loki totem down, you're fine. If you're Loki and you just turn invisible, she won't hit you. I think it's any invisible character too, actually. I don't really know, but I have a lot of time on Loki, so I do know Loki for a fact. If you're invisible, it won't hit you. You have any sort of mobility, you can jump out of it most of the time. If you have a bunch of people and you stack onto it, the damage is divided, so she probably won't finish anybody in it. It's good, but it has its weaknesses, so I'm going to put her A tier. Yeah. A tier. Oh, Wolverine. Oh, Wolverine. I've been playing a lot of Strange and Magneto lately. I hate this guy. I hate him so much. He's a ton of fun to play, but I hate this guy on the enemy team, bro. He is so annoying. His utility is so good for finishing tanks. He's literally built to be a... Crap! He's literally built to be a tank killer. But, yeah, no, he's good. He's a good character. I think he's S tier. Yeah, he's an S tier. I don't care. If you disagree with me, well, then don't say anything. No one wants to hear it. Iron Fist. Let me think internally for a second. Yeah, no. That brother's C tier. He's so bad. He's good for tanks. No, he's not. Why did I say that? He's not good. He's not a good character. His ult's okay. His mobility's good. He's got his own self-heal. But in terms of actually being present in team fights or anything, he's just every single other flanker is a better choice. Everyone else is a better choice. I swear. Just pick someone else. Pick Black Panther. Let's go on to Mr. Fantastic here. I think he's underrated. I think he's super underrated. I don't think he's as low as people make him. His survivability as a DPS is insane. The way he can be in the front line and operate as a tank is insane. He can absorb literally any ultimate and shoot it right back into your face and then start wanking it into your panties. I might I might edit that out in post, to be honest. I apologize. But yeah, no, he's a really solid character. He's really solid, I'm not gonna lie. He's really solid. Um yeah, well, I'll just put him right. I'm torn, I'm torn, I'm torn, I'm torn, I'm torn, I'm torn. I think he contributes a good Mr. Fantastic can contribute way more than a Star Lord. This isn't any sort of order, I just realized. I almost like did that, but I haven't been doing that the entire video. So I'm not going to start now. Maybe I'll do it later and put it all out and show you in the last bit of the video. But yeah. I think I think he's B. I don't think he's as good as Iron Man, Squirrel Girl, Winter Soldier, or any of these people, but I do think he's really good. And he's really valuable in the right hands. Loki, 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 Loki. I love this guy. He's my only Lord support. He's so good, bro. His totems can save anyone in any sort of bad situation. It can make it so you're unkillable in some specific ults. Star-Lord pulls his ult out, put your totems down, gives you a few seconds completely invulnerable to it, and it makes it so you can shoot him in the sky without having to worry about taking a crap ton of damage from him. Moon Knight ult's not good. It's not good against Moon Knight ult. No, it's not. Winter Soldier, though, you can place him down after he hits you. It's just really good, and of course, his ultimate. If you have another supportive or defensive ult on your team, he's really good with that. I like playing with a Luna or a Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger is a really good one to use as Loki, but yeah, no, he's solid. He's S tier. Everything about him is so good. He's got survivability too. If you have to have foresight with Loki, you have to expect the worst. So if you put your totems and your clones places where if you get in some bad business, some naughty bad business, you can snap back and get away, and you have that survivability, turn invisible. Oh, you'll have to excuse me right quick. Sorry about that. But yeah, no, he's a good character. He's really good. Mantis, I think she's A tier. I don't even have to think about it. Her ult's good, but there's other way better defensive ults. I like Cloak and Daggers way more. I like Luna's way more. She's got a really good defensive ult. Her healing's pretty good, but she's sustain healing. I'd much rather have her as a sustained healer than a Rocket. Because of her ultimate, her defensive ultimate's really good. It just doesn't last long enough. And she is killable in it, unlike Loki, too. Unlike Luna. Like stupid head over here. What a big dumb idiot. Stop look. What a big dumb idiot, right, guys? God. But yeah, no, it's pretty good. Rocket. He's only good as a triple support. If you pick Rocket and you only play him as a duo support and you don't like wait to have 3 supports, I hate you, bro. With all due disrespect, I hate your guts. And I hope you're immediately getting added to the Avoid Us teammate list. You get a free ticket straight over there. So let me just get that out of the way first. As 2 healers, if you have a Rocket, you're going to lose the game unless the other team sucks. His heals aren't good enough to keep you alive on 2 supports. There's no reason to Rocket. I didn't even mean to do that pun, but that was really good. That was a really good pun right there, if I'm going to be honest. But yeah, no. With that out of the way, I'm going to put him at B. Just because his damage is really good for a support. His survivability is pretty good because he's one of the smallest hitboxes, if not the smallest hitbox. He's got the rockets and the wall running. He's able to get away. He's got really good survivability, pretty good damage. The heals are good as long as you have more than just another burst healer like Luna or like Loki or Adam even. And his ult sucks, bro. His ult's really bad. It's really bad. I'm sorry. It's so bad. It'd be better if it like would stay forever until the enemies shot it out of the sky. That would make it way better, but it's timed and the damage buff isn't good enough. It's not good enough. Sorry, Rocket players, that doesn't keep us alive. I hate when we only have one other healer in a Rocket. It's so annoying. Cloak and Dagger. S tier. I thought she was great already, and then she got a buff. Her ult was really good. She has more. She's way easier to survive with, or they. They are way more easy to survive with now since you can swap between cloak or from dagger to cloak and then use that ability to get away. You can use that to keep you and your teammates alive from any ult in the game, as long as your teammates know not to like be shooting or be close to you. But no, she's really good. Her ult is insane. The only hard counters are like insane. That's why I love Magneto so much, because I always see a cloak and dagger in the lobby, and then I use that to kind of to kill them. But a good cloak and dagger, if they know the map and have some awareness on that, they'll stay away, and they'll try to, or they'll get closer to their tank to where the tank can block it. Just anything. They're just really good. They're just really, really good. Luna, she's still S tier, bro. Her heals are still so good. And I know her ultimate got nerfed, but I hate when a Luna hops in and still tries doing what you could do before, like flicking between the damage boost and the healing. It doesn't work anymore, guys. I don't know how long you have to wait until you realize it doesn't work anymore. Stop going in damage boost mode. I'm dying. But as long as you just stay in healing and then maybe do damage boost if you guys have the head up and you just want a little bit more damage. Very circumstantial, but it's a really good ultimate still to this day, and she's still unkillable in it, nearly unkillable in it. Adam Warlock. In the wrong hands, that brother is D tier. That guy stinks. But in the right hands, I think he's definitely A tier. His ult's really good in the right hands. His damage is really good in the right hands. His healing's quite good in the right hands. But there's a skill ceiling to this character. There is a large, very high skill ceiling. Jeff the Land Shark. He's mid. His ult's okay. I mean, he was really annoying early game, but there's just so many ways to counter him now. His healing's still pretty good, I think, but his ult isn't good enough to have on the team. His damage is okay. Nah, I'm sorry. He's just bad. But a good one though is fine. A good one is good. But I rarely see him, and his ult rarely catches anybody. Invisible Woman. Let's see here. Let's give it a look here. Mm, I think I think she's A. Her ult's really good. Her self healing is absolute donkey turds, but she's good. Her ult is good. If she can get the shield down, she can self heal with that, which is nice. You have to have another competent healer though, to be good with her, and for her to be viable. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, overall, I think. Wait, no, but her ability with the orb, that's really useful against, say, Iron Man, who's Hulk boosting, and a Storm, who's just broken now and really good. Okay, I'm about to punch a hole in my monitor if I voice crack one more time. This isn't even like a bit. I'm not even trying to do this, bro. I hit puberty already. Can this stop? Whatever. But yeah, no, she's good. She's really good. I think I like her at A though. I like her at A. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and rearrange this right quick, just so it's like everyone in an exact order. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and do that right quick. I won't make you guys sit through all that. So we're super smooth transition and 5, 4. Was that good? But yeah, guys, there's my tier list. I think any sort of character, anyone you play, can be feasible in the right hands and be present in any sort of team fight in any lobby. But just in my anecdotal experience, this is kind of what's been going on. I'm not going off of win rates or anything like that because I'm a human being with my own brain and I can use my own reasoning to come up with my tier list. So yeah, eat that. But yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, go ahead and give a thumbs up and subscribe. I want to do this a little bit more this year. It's fun. It's a fun time. I normally make some kind of Demon Slayer stuff. I haven't done that in a while. It's kind of just something I did whenever I was in the mood to. But to be able to do something like this a little more often would be awesome. So just go ahead and drop a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And if you don't, well, then leave.